Under caution, the Daytona 500 now 65 laps complete. Late pit stops for Mike Skinner, John Andretti, and Jeff Green. And the field will form up behind Casey Mears, a rookie, leads the Daytona 500. No rookie has ever won the race.
And the former winner from last year is right behind him. First time we've seen him up there near the front today. Ward Burton.
And we've been showing you our fuel gauges when they've been getting empty. Now everybody has pitted. There's Casey Mears, there's Ward Burton, there's Michael Waltrip. Nice full tanks. Now Michael Waltrip, he won the battle off pit road of the cars that pitted because he took fuel only, no tires. His teammate Dale Earnhardt Jr., Tony Stewart, in the 20 as well, took 2 right side tires.
Michael Waltrip third, leading our Coca-Cola racing family. Tony Stewart, the Winston Cup champ, and Harvick all in the top 10.
Now Casey Mears, who was leading the race, he comes to pit road, but he got those 5 bonus points. Ward Burton, he also came to pit road.
Second page, Bobby Labonte's car in the garage, under repair. Out of the race, Ken Schrader and Ryan Newman. Everybody else on track and on the lead lap except for John Andretti and Christian Fittipaldi, both of whom are a lap down. Jeff?
Mike, what I think I'm seeing right here as far as Ward Burton and the 41 car Casey Mears is concerned, several of the Dodge teams told me they were concerned about being able to go 35 or 36 laps like several other cars possibly could. So for these guys, they may be coming down pit road to be able to make that magic halfway point in the event of the rain does come back. This might be the only way they can reach the halfway point.
Well, and Jeff Ward Burton, I think he was staying out there just for that, to go ahead and run some of these cautions before he come to pit road. Remember, though, he was making pit stops when pit road was closed, so he was going to have to start at the tail end anyhow. So he was just letting some of these caution laps wind down.
All right, Mr. Weather Channel, let's have a look. We've had a hard shower here that put us under the red flag for 1 hour and 8 minutes. And we're in the window, Larry.
I mean, here's Daytona Beach. Here's our weather moving this way. We just need to get this race started and get going. We need to get that vortex going, DW.
I'm telling you, I've been doing this for a long time. It works. Now, people laugh at me all the time.
Because there's those 12 hours of rain Sterling Marlin was talking about all the way across the state. But you know what? They're doubled up. I think we're going to go racing.
I'm a believer in the vortex. There's a lot of theories in racing people don't understand. That's one of them.
Aerial coverage courtesy of Budweiser. Fans back in the stands, cars back on track. We're set to restart the Daytona 500 after the second caution of the day. The first at lap 42 for Bobby Labonte's spin. The second, lap 58, Ryan Newman's crash with Schrader and Bobby Labonte. Red flag at lap 64. We're going to begin lap 68, Darrell, with the green flag.
We're back to racing, folks. We're going to go boogity, boogity, boogity again.
See the 2 cars on the inside. Christian Fittipaldi in the 33, John Andretti in the 43. They are a lap down. That's the reason you can start to the inside of the leaders.
This is a historical day. I've never got to do that twice in one day.
It's a 2 boogity day.
Now, the one thing this cooler weather has done, along with the clouds, it has cooled the track temperature down about 13 to 15 degrees from the start of the race. That just gives these cars more grip around the racetrack.
Make those old engines run better, too, and they'll sound louder, so we should.
We've boogitied twice. What haven't we done yet today?
Hey, let's strap those television down and
crank it up.
We complete lap 69. Michael Waltrip ahead of Dale Earnhardt Jr. But does Jr. have a problem? Matt.
Possible problem on the 8 car. He's reporting it. He's losing volts. It went from 10.8 now down to 10.
I mean, these cars have a charging system very similar to a passenger car alternator system or charging system. Maybe a 70-amp alternator in DW. The only thing you can do right here, especially while we're green flag racing, is start cutting some of the electricals and things off, like the blower that cools the rear end. And unfortunately, DW need to cut that blower off of that helmet that cools you down.
Yeah, I know. I hate to hear that.
2 laps ago, Robbie Gordon up here on the outside was just ahead of his teammate Kevin Harvick. Gordon swung up the racetrack. Harvick got caught in the middle, and he got passed on both sides. Now he's ducking underneath his teammate Gordon, trying to get out in front of him so as not to be caught in that circumstance again. Dick Berggren, does Elliott Sadler have a problem?
Well, Elliott Sadler had a problem, Mike. He had one of those electrical boxes go bad on him when the race restarted. He switched boxes and said the car is okay now, but he's lost several positions as a result.
One of the things that happens, I believe, Mike, is the cars are hot. You pull them down here, they get wet. And all that moisture, the heat causes it, moisture to get up in the wiring systems and everything else. And they may fix themselves once the cars get hot again and dry all that out.
Just like we've seen before, single file the first 4 cars, then double and triple wide as they jockey for position back in the field.
And right now, Kevin Harvick in the 29, he has that teammate of Robbie Gordon in the 31 hooked up behind him along with another line of cars. But it just looks like that inside line, the one that's prevailing. It's the one that's moving.
And I know Robbie Gordon wants to, he wants to get up there. Kevin Harvick want to get up there. They think they can race these guys, but they can't get to them.
Robbie Gordon, 31, told me Thursday after winning the qualifying race, they came down here, tested in January. They didn't like anything they had. The Childress team went back, ripped the bodies off all the cars, completely redid them, and came down here for Speed Weeks with a whole different package.
Well, we've made a big deal. We made a big deal out of, you know, the DEI cars and the Childress cars working together, sharing information, but I think that game might be over.
All right, the black flag is being displayed. It's for Sterling Marlin in the 40 car, and we're going to show you why here on a replay. We have out of bounds on the backstretch. This yellow line right here, that's out of bounds. You cannot go below that and advance your position, and there he's dipping below the line to pass that car there. Black flag, that could put him a lap down. Again, a mistake you can't make.
Well, the only thing that I don't like about that, Larry, is you can be forced under that. You get a run on a guy, you get down there, and he forces you below the yellow line. He can actually put you in a position where NASCAR has to bring in.
But since it's so hard to subjectively determine whether you drove down there or were pushed down there, NASCAR has said the line is the line no matter what.
And we saw yesterday in the Busch Series race, there were some guys dipped down there. What they did, they backed up a little bit and did not advance their position. NASCAR has no problem with them doing that.
Yeah, but if Marlin backed up, he'd be 40th.
Oh, he can't back up. No. I mean, look at all these cars behind him. How's he going to back up?
Dick Berggren.
Well, that was very much a topic of conversation in the drivers' meeting this morning, and Mike Helton said that if anybody pushed another car below that yellow line, they are liable to get a black flag, or if you simply drive below the yellow line, you're liable to get a penalty. Either way, to Steve.
Sterling's trying to see, he's got his hand out. He's the whole field's behind him.
And Darrell, you're exactly right. Sterling Marlin just radioed Lee McCall and said the car to my right took a hard left. I didn't have a choice. I had to come down.
Well, use it to your advantage. Come down pit road, top the thing up with fuel, and get back out there in a hurry.
And he's headed to pit road now. Remember, he can't make any more mistakes. Once he gets to that first white line, he has to be 55 miles an hour. You don't want another penalty.
The problem he's going to have is because we're just fresh off of a restart. All the field's going to be together, and he's going to be all by himself, Jeff.
Darrell, what I was watching right there, and we had a report, the 38 car of Elliott Sadler had an ignition problem. Remember, he got off of it, had to switch boxes. I believe he was slowed down on the back straightaway because of that, and Sterling was trying to avoid him when he went below the line. So I think when they look back at that, that could have been what caused him to do that.
Well, you know, there's officials everywhere. They're watching from up here. Calls are subjective, you know, and they made the call. Like Mike said, the yellow line's the yellow line. Sometimes how you got down there is, you know, not debatable.
And Darrell, they went ahead and did what you suggested. They topped it off with fuel. He's just getting up to speed in turn 2. The field's crossing the start-finish line problem. He has nobody to draft with. He's going to be getting beat over a second lap. He needs that caution flag bad.
He actually came out in better shape than I thought he would as he goes down the back Let's see here. They're coming. They're just now starting off at turn 2, and he's just now going into turn 3. He's got the length of the back straightaway, probably about 10 laps, to hope that maybe a debris caution shows up.
Marlin, back-to-back winner of the 500, 1994 and 95. Now almost a lap behind. And let's show you again what happened to Sterling Marlin. Did he move to advance, or was he pushed below the line? Let's see.
Well, here he comes. Boy, I don't know. I'd hate to make that call, but
it's a ball and strike call, Darrell.
It really is. As they say in racing, it is what it is.
Michael Waltrip and teammate Dale Earnhardt Jr., who have dominated these restrictor plate races at Daytona and Talladega, lead at 76 laps.